What's this? Hail! Wait, let me take this off. Hold on. Hail, it's good to be back with you again. This is the Lore Knight, your host, galactic storyteller, artist, and seeker of the lore. And hey, we're 2 days away from the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, and reviews are already coming out. I'm going to be talking about some of those today because, dude, I've been excited about this movie. I'm not going to lie, man. It's been 7 years since a Star Wars movie, and I'm excited to go back to the movies and experience Star Wars again. You know, a lot of people are saying, I hope it's dead. I hope it dies. I hope it does terribly. It's going to be the lowest opening of a Star Wars movie. I highly doubt that. I mean, I think we let it rest long enough, and there's other people out there like, all right, so we'll get into this in a minute because I got some opinions to share, but yeah, it's coming out. I got my tickets. I'm going to be going the 21st, so what, that's like 2 days away. And I will let you know how it is for sure. I'll do a non-spoiler right after, then I'll do obviously a deep dive, and we'll take it apart and see what happens in it. See if it changes any of the lore, or if it adds anything decent to the saga. But from the reviews so far that I've been seeing online, a lot of people, let's say they're using the word fun, and that's not a good thing necessarily, because I used the word fun for what was that freaking Star Wars pirate show? I can't think of it now. Do you remember Jod and Elwood? It was about like Goonies in space. I don't know why I'm blanking on it, but I would say that was fun Star Wars, but nobody watched it. So, but yeah, we got a lot of stuff to catch up on because it's been a while since I streamed. If you may remember, last time I was indeed stopped by the Empire. YouTube took me down, man. They took me down because I played a stupid scene from The Last Jedi, the best Star Wars movie there ever was. The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi got me, man. But so anyway, I'm back now, and I'm excited about this movie. Let me bring up, we got stuff to catch up on, and we're gonna talk about Maul Shadow Lord finale. Have you seen that? It was crazy, man. If you haven't seen Maul Shadow Lord by now, I mean, I'm gonna be talking spoilers. If you haven't seen it by now, then I don't know, man. It's been a few weeks since the finale came out, so there's gonna be spoilers for that. But we got lots to talk about. So the first thing, I'm going to go over a couple reviews from the movie from a couple people that I don't know. Maybe I should know. I don't know. I don't know everybody in the space. I'm just a Star Wars fan out here talking about Star Wars. But here we go. Okay, let me bring this up so you can take a look. Now, the reviews are from people that obviously had the privilege of going to the movies first, seeing it first. They were all invited, they're these influencers that were invited by Disney, invited by Babu Frick himself. And there's a couple of kind of cringe like videos of them being invited by the Babu Fricks. But yeah, let's see what they have to say here. I only have a couple right now, but I'm sure more is coming out in here. Let me show my monitor. There we go. So, Julia Jensen says, let's bring it up. Julia Jensen, The Mandalorian wasn't a perfect movie, but honestly, I was entertained the whole time. It was well shot, tons of action, humor, incredible score, and likable characters. At the end of the day, if I want to go to the movies for an escape, that's all I want. Okay, nothing too big there. No like surprise ending, no surprise cameos. I'm kind of disappointed in that. My one prediction, I don't know if you saw my last video. It's my last like long video. I was talking about the fan predictions for Mandalorian and Grogu, which of course none of them we don't know yet because these are all spoiler-free reviews, but I'm thinking, dude, and I hope that Luke Skywalker comes back in The Mandalorian and Grogu. I think they at least thought about it because it was like the biggest moment in the Mandoverse history and everybody was talking about it. So we'll see if that comes to pass. I mean, I'm thinking they're probably going to bring Luke Skywalker. If they had real balls, they'd bring back Gina Carano. But I don't know. She got not... Have you seen the fight? Did you see that fight the other night, man? Where she fought against Ronda Rousey, and she got absolutely destroyed by Ronda. Dude. I was like, man, she didn't even have a chance. But she lost 100 pounds. It would have been good to keep some of that weight on. I think. I don't know. I would have kept like maybe 40 extra pounds on to go up against Ronda, but yeah. Anyway, that was a complete waste of time to watch, but. Hail Jesse, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming by. We're just talking about some reviews for Mandalorian and Grogu before we go see it on Thursday, and I'm gonna be live streaming right after that. Probably no face. I'm just gonna be driving home, and I have to go alone, guys. I gotta go alone. It's so sad. My wife can't come because we have we have a really small child at home, so we don't have a babysitter. Maybe I should just pay for a babysitter. But anyway, I'll be there like some kind of, big creep walking around. Hey, do you have any popcorn buckets? I just want a popcorn bucket. Of course I'll be there. All right, let's go. Yeah, we're going to the movies. But anyway, I don't care, dude. I'm going to go watch it. So that's what I did in the army. I just went alone to Star Wars not to Star Wars movies, but to movies alone. It was like, it's kind of sad, but anyway, The Mandalorian wasn't, yeah. So she basically just said it was entertaining. It was cool. I enjoyed it. So, that's good. Right. But I don't know if that's the best thing for Mandalorian. But so let's look at another one here. These are kind of disappointing, guys. I don't know who these people are or if they have any weight to what they say, but yeah. Chris Pirillo says, I've seen enough Mandalorian and Grogu Star Wars movie reviews from critics. Even if I agreed with their opinions and the imbalanced weight they seem to hold, most seem to have missed the entire point of going to the movies or watching television shows. My rubric is universal and simple. Was I entertained? Yeah, that's a good point. You got to be entertained, but also it has to bring something to the table, And I'm not going to do this because everybody's taking these lines that Jon Favreau are saying. They're just like running with them. I guess Jon Favreau came out and was like, that quote alone is raising eyebrows among fans, already questioning whether the upcoming film needed to exist in the first place. So he said he's not sure why Lucasfilm decided to make Mandalorian movie, which I don't know why he said that. I mean, The Mandalorian is it's like the biggest show that we've had. It's like probably the best piece of media that we've had from Disney Star Wars since they took over. So I don't, it's like a no-brainer. I'm not a big Star Wars guy. Why not? You got to get into it. And it's great. Everyone's saying that it's dead, all this, but you just got to enjoy. You just got to have fun, man. It's not 2018 anymore, Solo, everybody's acting like The Last Jedi just came out and we're like in that time period, but I think they're just trying to make things that make money, which from these reviews does kind of seem like that. Jesse, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, if you want to watch the first 10 minutes, I'm not going to do this because I, paid good money for these tickets and I don't I want to get my money out of it. you know. I could do it for some easy content, but why would I do that? But here's the Fortnite thing. I don't even know if I should show this because I got hit so hard last time. Fortnite always does like stuff like this. So yeah. Anyway, it's silly. I'm not even gonna show it, man. I'm too afraid. I'm too afraid the Empire will get me again. But what's going on, SQ? All right, you ready to see the movie? Maybe SQR3 will come with me. Let's go Star Wars Holocron. So, here's the next big story here. I want to talk about Rotten Tomatoes gave Mandalorian and Grogu a 58%. 58%. Man, that's like that's really bad. Now, back in the day, I don't know if you remember this. I was around, I was watching all this, you know, Twitter stuff back in 2017, 2018. Just whenever this whole big wave started going on. And Rotten Tomatoes, if a film had like a bad Rotten Tomatoes score, it was probably going to be a great movie. And everybody knew that. Like if the audience scores like 93 and the Rotten Tomatoes is 50, then you know it's probably going to be a good movie, which kind of makes me wonder, like, what is going on? Who makes an appearance? I'm really hoping that there's a good cameo in this movie, but we'll see. But something had to have happened, because if it's just a fun movie, why would they give it such a low score? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it is Rotten Tomatoes, so who cares what they have to say, but maybe we can dive into that later. I don't really care that much. Let's see. So, but other sites are saying Mandalorian and Grogu's tracking for Disney's biggest opening weekend of 2026 to date. The new Star Wars spinoff is heading in for $85 to $100 million haul. Which I think, didn't Solo get like 80 million? I don't know if Solo got that. I don't remember. I'll have to do the research, but hopefully it's well over, 85. I just want to see it do good, because look, it has to do good, because if it doesn't, I think they're probably gonna, they've been scared away in the past. Like Rise of Skywalker was the last Star Wars movie, and they were like, let's just let it rest. Let's just, the fans are sick of seeing too much Star Wars, which made absolutely zero sense to me. I don't know why they went straight to that. Whenever I would watch new Star Wars every single day if it was good. But a lot of people, like, I see these random comments that are like, let's let it sleep for another 20 years. Stop making new stuff. It's like, dude, I don't want to wait 20. I don't have 20 years to wait for more Star Wars. Like, just make good Star Wars. I don't understand. Can anybody explain that to me? Why people say, just let it sit for 10 years. 10 more years, and then they'll make good Star Wars. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Jon Favreau tells us the scripts for The Mandalorian Season 4 were already written before they decided to shift to a movie. It was a fresh start. Season 4 would have assumed that you saw all 3 seasons. But I want to bring the next generation of fans in for the movies. And he did say before that you don't need to watch the show before this, but I mean, it's kind of random for a new fan to come in and see a Mandalorian and a Baby Yoda. Let's see what he has to say here.
You did have a written plan originally for a 4th season.
Oh yeah,
I'm kind of
we
curious.
had scripts. It wasn't just a plan. It was we were getting ready because there was a work stoppage because there was a strike. But we had scripts ready because I knew I'd have to stop writing. Came out of the strike, the conversation started, which is like, it will have been almost 7 years at this point since there's been a Star Wars film. These are characters that people know. As there are other projects that were being planned, is there something that we could do with these characters? And then we thought through a story. Dave and I wrote it together. We came up with beats, but a fresh start. Season 4 would have assumed that you'd saw 3 seasons. Mm-hmm. We wanted season 4 to be something that acknowledges and connects the dots. But I love a Star Wars fan to be able to bring somebody, especially somebody who's maybe 12 years old now, maybe they're a little too...
Yeah, so they're obviously aiming for new fans here. They're aiming for new people to come in, new Star Wars fans, which, I mean, I feel like the original show kind of did target older Star Wars fans and even expanded universe fans, bringing Mandalorians into the universe, but we'll see how that pays off for him. Tom Kane, rip Tom Kane, man. He passed away. He was the voice of Clone Wars, as you know. He did all the intros, and he was Yoda's voice. I don't know why, but I thought he died like a while ago, but maybe he was just like diagnosed with something a while ago. But yeah, dude, and he was the voice of a lot of fans' childhoods, so you know they'd hear him like every day. That's crazy though. He was kind of young. He was like 64 or something. But Pedro Pascal. Okay, so Pedro Pascal went and surprised Star Wars fans at Galaxy's Edge. Did you see that? It seems like he does love being Mandalorian.
Right, sons, travelers, come in. You all know the Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Mandalorian, do you have anything to say before we send our travelers on their journey?
They all have to die.
It's pretty cool for them, but like, I really appreciate his work in The Mandalorian and Grogu and as the Mandalorian, but he does some stuff sometimes, man, to promote this movie. I don't know if you've seen a couple of the things he's done. Sorry, I got a starship flying by a hull there. It's not the Empire. Yeah, some of the stuff he does is like, it's like too weird sometimes, man. It's just like, come on, dude. Just chill. You know. Sorry I left, so sorry. Hey, it's good, Jesse. Welcome back. Come on back. Sigourney Weaver got a Walk of... I don't know why I saved this one. I mean, you just pay for the stars on the Walk of Fame. It costs a lot of money, but you just buy them. You know, it's expensive. Lucasfilm Green... Oh, here we go. I don't know why, but for some reason, like, this company loves to just troll us, and they're like, yeah, we had something totally awesome planned that the fans have wanted for like decades, but then we were just like, nah. It's like, why do you do this to us? Why, like, we love the abuse. Lucasfilm greenlit the New Republic game that was shot down by EA. The game would have been a follow-up to the Old Republic rather than a new game set during the New Republic era. Filoni was like, if you set it up a couple hundred years before the fall of the Republic, we can have a tie-in. So I don't know why they canceled this. I mean, this would have been awesome. Obviously, everybody loves the Old Republic, but yeah, I don't know. I know the Old Republic is still going. It's still like active. Hail, Selena, welcome to the stream. But you know, they just keep doing this to us, man. They just keep like waving the meat and then taking it away. Or I don't know why they do it. Just make money. Let's see what else. The Mandalorian and Grogu, Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, and more featured an amazing drone show in South Korea. Why do I want to show you? Why do we care? I didn't get to see it. That's pretty cool. Yep, there it is. George dancing. Here's some stuff from the Hollywood premiere. See, these little guys dancing. Isn't that Cal Kestis droid? I think that is. BD1. That's right. BD's awesome in that game. You love Star Wars? Are you gonna go see the movie? Are you gonna go? It's starting this week, man. See, here's Grogu getting ready for it. Look at that. Grogu. We're all just like...
I'm going really super wide.
So the one fan theory that I found interesting about this movie, about Mandalorian and Grogu, which we'll see if it comes to pass again, like my Luke Skywalker theory, Grogu is gonna, I guess they're saying he's gonna find some kind of secret artifact that like amps his power up, and this artifact is from Legends Expanded Universe storyline, which this some artifact, some plot device makes Jedi like 10 times more powerful, which I mean he might need, but if that's true and he sticks with Mandalorian, we might have a Mando Jedi hybrid on our hands here. So that might be kind of cool. I don't know what they're going to do with Grogu. I think they want to reset the universe, kind of like a soft reset, with Grogu being like the new Yoda, obviously, and having him take the franchise forward, but I don't know yet. It again, it all depends on how this movie goes, on how how many people go to see it. So I don't know. I bought 2 tickets. That's all I can do, man. Yes, he's cute. We know. He's adorable. Ahsoka season 2 delayed till 2027. Okay. How long does it take to shoot like 6 episodes of a TV show? Like, it's not that, like, I don't know why they keep pushing this off, man. It'll probably come out before Starfighter though. But yeah, they're probably gonna have tie-ins from this movie to Ahsoka, which will be interesting. I'm not talking about Reed Pop right now. Rogue One comic. Here we go. So, if you saw Maul Shadow Lord and the finale, spoiler alert, Darth Maul faces off against Darth Vader, which fans have been talking about that fight for decades now, but we actually finally got to see it. You know, there was a comic book in Star Wars Tales that came out that showed the actual fight. I don't think it was even canon back then, but it did show the fight where Maul faced Vader, and it wasn't like this fight at all. It was like Maul did a lot better in the comic, if I remember correctly, but yeah, I just wasn't expecting for Maul. Maul kind of did worse than I thought he was gonna do. I don't know if you saw the fight, but yeah, he was just like kind of terrified the whole time. But it was a cool fight regardless. Dave Filoni on his philosophy with Darth Vader and Maul Shadow Lord. The key to Vader for me is that he's not Anakin. He doesn't recognize that. He can't. Anything that reminds him of Anakin, he's going to destroy. So when he sees a Jedi, he's going to destroy the Jedi. I ain't reading all that. Good for you though, bro. Maul is struggling. So, this part was weird. Maul is struggling to let go of hate. It didn't seem like that in the show. It seemed like Maul was struggling to like get Devin to hate, you know? And he was like, "Oh, I'll have my revenge." I don't know. There's a disconnect there for sure. But Anakin got consumed by it. If he were to face what he did, it would destroy him more. So then he goes on and talks about Darth Vader's tragic story. But Darth Vader in that was an absolute beast. He was like hiding in the fog and like coming out and chopping people in half and stuff. I got a comment on one of my last shorts that the guy was talking. He was saying, "Man, I just want to see a Darth Vader like horror movie, which would be awesome." And it's like, yeah, he'd be like Jason Voorhees, running around in the mist or whatever, the shadows, and just brutalizing people, which would be awesome. What do you think about that, though? Would you like to see like a Darth Vader horror movie? Like he wouldn't even have to say any words, which is pretty much what happened in Maul Shadow Lord. He didn't say any words. He just went around and did what Darth Vader do, hunting Jedi, and it was cool, man. obviously I know why he didn't say any words, because, you know, James Earl Jones, rip James Earl Jones, but yeah, it was cool anyway. Darth Vader explained by Dave Filoni. Let's see what Dave Filoni thinks of Darth Vader. This will tell us if we're in good hands here. I don't know.
Because the Jedi would... Key to Vader for me is that, like, he's not Anakin. He doesn't recognize that. He can't. Anything that reminds him of Anakin, he's going to destroy. So when he sees a Jedi, he's going to destroy the Jedi, because the Jedi would remind him unconsciously or consciously that he betrayed all of his friends and everything he knew and the life he grew up with. For what? For nothing. He lost everything. He made a bad trade. He was lied to. He was deceived. He can't accept that truth. So he's even farther down the path than Maul. Maul is struggling to let go of hate, but Anakin got consumed by it. If he were to face what he did, it would destroy him more. You know, I find a lot of pity for him because of what he did and the depth of his treachery. And that's Darth Vader. Anakin's trapped in there somewhere, and Darth Vader won't let him surface. And so to me, the key is not to actually give him a character. He's devoid of it because he doesn't care. Darth Vader does not care. He does not have compassion. He does not see you. He sees the thing he wants to destroy, and he will do that. It's like the same feeling you got in Rogue One when he comes down the hallway. He doesn't talk to those guys.
So yeah, basically he's more machine now than man. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that. Dave Filoni, his voice, why does he sound like he just woke up out of bed? But yeah, okay, cool. Anyway, may the 4th be with you. I know, I forgot to do I didn't forget, but I was banned on YouTube. May the 4th be with you guys. I didn't get to tell you back then. Here's some Anakin. Oh, here's just some stuff that I collected during my time in exile in the Imperial prison. I found this. This is pretty cool from Hot Toys. It's Anakin's figure from his concept art, I guess from episode 3, the original concept art, which is pretty freaking sick. I mean, look at that. It's like, you know, I kind of get why they didn't go with this look, because like he has to bleed his crystal, first of all. Second of all, I know that's bad. He has to bleed his crystal, guys. He didn't bleed his crystal. But and then he's got this like cape on, like Count Dracula cape, which is cool, but it wouldn't be really realistic, like, you know what I mean? Like Emperor Palpatine's like, this, you need to get rid of this let's get you this cool cape. We'll get it made up for you specifically, and it'll look like you're a Sith Lord, a proper Sith Lord. You know, it's that kind of looks like Sidious's robe. I don't know. Yeah, maybe they put him in a Sidious robe, but Hail Maria. Yes, we're back in action. We're going for it again. Oh my gosh. Do you think I should get into this? There was a whole controversy about this figure for some reason. People were freaking out. They were like, you shouldn't put her in her... I don't even want to show this on screen. You shouldn't put her in her Clone Wars outfit. There's a big thing about that. I'm not even going to show it. I'm not going to get into it. It's too weird. It's icky. Not to be a shill, but here's... it looks like they're doing... May the 4th collect. See, where do I get this lightsaber, guys? I can't find it anywhere. This is all I want. I want Obi-Wan's lightsaber from the Phantom Menace. I can't find it. It's always sold out. It's always gone. I guess it was around for May the 4th, but I can't find it anywhere. Theory say, I don't know. Maybe I'll get a, who knows. So another thing that I didn't get to talk about, man, because I was locked up. I was locked up with a bunch of scumbags in an Imperial prison. No, look, they brought back freaking Han Solo and Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker to the parks. Did you see this? Look at them there. Look, they look great. It's just like, yep. I mean, come on. They're bringing Star Wars back. I'm telling you, it's gonna be great. They're they're bringing back all the original characters. They're showing us cool stuff. I don't think there's any more agendas in Star Wars, and I think it's a good thing that they're going back to the roots, you know? That's the only reason I'm still here supporting it, because, you know, I was one of those angry guys after The Last Jedi. Why did they do that to Luke Skywalker? It's just my opinion. You know, if you don't agree, that's cool, but I thought it was stupid, and then I kind of fell off for a while, and then I was just like, man, I watched the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, it was a good show. It did bend the lore a little bit. I don't know if you remember the show. It did bend the lore. You know, we got Leia meeting up with Kenobi before she sends the message in A New Hope, but it just upset me that after that I was like, you know what? I kind of enjoyed seeing Ewan McGregor back as Obi-Wan. And I was just like, dude, it's been like years, and I'm just like, dude, I just kind of want to like enjoy my life now and not be angry constantly. You know what I mean? I'm just done, dude. So I'm just going to enjoy Star Wars stuff from now on. I actually have this figure. I don't know why. Is this remade or what?
With the brown, scruffy hair, blue eyes, and even the realistic
I think there was an older one. Okay, that's enough of that. And then look what else came out, dude. This is Luke Skywalker. I've done many videos on Luke. Talk about his evil clone. It's so cool, man. Look at his face, menacing. He's just like, what the? I want you dead. I want you dead. Yeah, man, Luke. Why didn't they just make this into a movie? That would have been cool. Everybody would have loved it. But I seriously think they are going to bring Luke Skywalker to the Mandalorian and Grogu, man. I'm telling you, I think it's going to happen. Here's why did I save this? This must have been interesting. Hold on.
Thank you. We lost my head pad. I think that's why it was like, where's my helmet go? Thank you for helping me. That was so real.
Okay. I was like, oh, cool, C-3PO. I'm going to show that to everybody. There they are. There's a trio bringing it back. Which, I think she should be leaning on him, but that's cool. You know, whatever. Look, I'm not going to complain and nitpick, okay? It's cool. Remember the disrespect, brothers. Look, if you ever get disrespected, just look at this picture. You'll have your revenge. More Grogu. Okay, well, let's move on to some other stories, because there are some stories I want to take apart, and I want to go through with you. Oh, see, look at that. Obi-Wan picking his lightsaber, dude. That was so cool.
Black. I can tell you like black.
There's something nice about that.
It is quite stylish.
But you never see that. And also, in terms of...
He picked the saber, man. He had a chance to pick Qui-Gon's, but he missed it. I like that one better than Qui-Gon's anyway. All right, sorry, ADHD again, you know. All right, let's not get distracted. There's a new look. I'm not even gonna play this. Okay, let's get into the stories. Let me see how everyone's doing here in the chat. Take this off so I can get to my stories here. How's it going? Are you guys going to see the movie or what this week? Are you gonna go see it? Here's tracking strong. Okay, let's do some good news here. Is this good news? Let me bring it back up here. Here we go. Here's our monitor. All right, so we got Variety. Zach Sharf, what a last name. The Mandalorian and Grogu gets divided first reactions, from thrilling adventure to one of the weakest Star Wars movies and a snooze fest. Which is very telling about the people going to see this movie. I mean, they're, I think a lot of people have preconceived ideas about what this is going to be. But let's read a little bit of this here. Star Wars has officially returned to the big screen courtesy of The Mandalorian and Grogu. Members of the film press are calling the franchise's comeback a thrilling adventure, a perfect summer movie, and a lot of fun, although overall reactions are divided. It's less about the lore and more about a fun, freaky romp across the galaxy. I really dug that about it. Okay, well, you know. I think that's great and everything, but I think Star Wars did kind of need maybe something more compelling at this point to bring people back. But we'll see. Fandango's Eric Davis posted on X in one of the most positive takes. Also really dug Ludwig Göransson's score, especially the parts that felt like an homage to the 80s synth-driven horror. Okay. It reminded me how fun Star Wars can be when it stops worrying about canon homework and just cuts. You have to worry about the canon, man. Canon homework's very important, especially for Star Wars. If you say one thing wrong about the canon to Star Wars fans, they'll all freak out. Come on. Treat it like a pulpy Saturday matinee ride and you'll have a blast. Which you know, it's basically what I'm doing. What is this, the lockdown? Ugh. Okay. Puck News box office columnist Scott Mendelson called the movie a solid line drive past the second base, with lots of neat, haven't seen that in Star Wars before charm. Okay. More mixed reactions came courtesy of IO9's Jermaine Lucier, who said the movie feels like a longer, bigger episode of the show. Well, the show was good, so, you know, it's based on writing. It has one or two standout scenes, but it feels much more interested in developing the story to new locations with new creatures than the characters. Okay. Enjoyed some of it, left frustrated with by the rest. Collider's, I don't care about Collider writer. Oh wait, he said live action huts are challenging to pull off. A gladiator hut even more. How do you know live action huts are hard to pull off? You don't know anything about it. You're just a columnist. Here we go. Okay, so here's a negative one. One of the weakest Star Wars movies, reporter Jonathan Sim wrote, an emotionless, predictable experience that doesn't push Din Djarin anywhere interesting. Great. Wonderful. What does this guy know anyway? What do you know, pal? A continuation of the beloved Disney Plus series, The Mandalorian. The new Star Wars movie centers on the... Yeah, we know. Din Djarin, then it says the synopsis. So there's a couple reviews. What do you think? I don't know. Hail. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming by. We're just talking about Mandalorian and Grogu. First reactions here before we go see the movie Thursday. I will tell you the real reaction though, okay? Because, you know, I'm not on one side or the other here. I just want good Star Wars. So we'll see. Okay, let me take this down. We're going to move on. We're going to move on to the next story here. I got some good ones, I promise. Do you want to talk about Maul or do you want to stay on... Let's see... Well, let's switch gears here. We'll talk a little bit about Darth Maul. Cool, they took the article down. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. Cool. What the hell? Star Wars fans probably didn't like what they had to say. Weakest snooze fest. It's not going to be a snooze fest. Come on. What is this? This is an Instagram article. What? Nah. No, I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be cool, man. All right, let's look at this. You're going to love this. Okay. Okay, so here's an article that's very important that I'm going to read to you. Okay, I'm going to read through the whole thing because we all need a refresher before we go back to the theater, okay? So let's bring this back. Even I need a refresher. I haven't seen the show for a while. I should have watched the show over again. Maybe I'll do it. I'll do like a marathon tonight or something. So and it's official, okay, official Star Wars. Everything we know about the Mandalorian and Grogu so far. The Mandalorian is a man of few words, but many talents, including hand-to-hand combat, blur riding, and Beskar spear doling. A father to the cutest foundling child in the galaxy, Din Djarin is known across the stars as a bounty hunter who will get the job done. Meanwhile, Star Wars fans fell in love with Grogu before the Mandalorian or audience even know his name. Yeah, I mean, I still call him Baby Yoda. Everybody does. While Grogu doesn't say much, he makes his opinions and desires known by force pulling a snack to his side, saving his adopted dad from threats or learning new ways of the Jedi and the Mandalorian warriors. Man, I should have really read this through first. Through their many adventures, the Mandalorian and Grogu have become two of the Star Wars saga's most beloved heroes. And there's still so much more to come when Star Wars, The Mandalorian and Grogu arrives only in theaters May 22nd. What do we really know about okay, here's a video. I'm not going to play that. Star Wars will strike. They'll strike me. They'll kill me. First things first. We met Din Djarin, the titular Mandalorian, in Chapter 1 as he coolly strolled into a pub on the icy planet of Pagadon. Took down some troublemakers and successfully captured his target. Din was near silent, but a deadly killer. A bounty hunter who only cared about credits and the next job. And he had some of the coolest lines. I mean, I can take you in warm or I can take you in cold. That was like one of the best lines in Star Wars. It was one of these well-paying gigs. However, that changed his life forever. But more on that little green guy in a moment. During the Clone Wars, Separatist forces descended on Din's childhood village home of Vitina? Sorry. During the Clone Wars, Separatist forces descended on Din's childhood village where he was rescued by Mandalorian Death Watch commandos. Yeah, that was a cool scene. His saviors adopted him as a foundling, a traditional role in Mandalorian society for orphans, and he grew up on the moon of Concordia. As part of the Children of the Watch, Din was raised among cultural zealots who required all members strictly observe the ancient Mandalorian creed. This was their way. As time went on, and as the Empire tightened its grip around the proud warrior people, this sect of Mandalorians eventually ended up in the sewers of the Outer Rim planet of Navarro. That's where our adventure begins, I believe. While most of the members of the Watch remained out of sight from the locals, Din became a bounty hunter, scouring the galaxy for credits and bounties. There he is. They're looking at the baby for the first time, and then we saw the little hand stretch out there. We were like, "What is that? It's got 3 fingers. It looks like a little Yoda hand." That was cool. Meet cute Grogu, a member of the same species as Yoda, which we don't know yet. The name of the species only appeared for a few moments in the first chapter of The Mandalorian, but he made a very big impression. It was later revealed that young Grogu was inside the Jedi Temple on Coruscant during the execution of Order 66. Protected by several Jedi amid the attacking of the clones, Grogu was whisked away to safety by Jedi Master Kelleran Beck and hidden from an emerging empire. Years later, after tracking the mysterious bounty from an Imperial loyalist working for Moff Gideon, Din Djarin was shocked to discover that his target was a small green alien hiding out in a hover pram. I got the helmet right here. Sorry. I'll continue on a second. I got the helmet. Yeah. Still the Lore Knight after all. At first, Grogu appeared to be at the mercy of those around him, including Din Djarin, who saved him from the assassin droid IG-11. While Djarin initially turned Grogu over to the Imperial Remnant, the Mandalorian quickly had a change of heart, risking his life to save the foundling. With the help of a Mandalorian armorer who crafted them a sigil made out of Beskar, Grogu and Din officially became a clan of two. He's 50 years old, and everybody's treating him like a baby, you know, like a man-child. Such wonderful toys. Djarin was rather good at being a bounty hunter, and at defending himself against any galactic peril. An expert marksman, he preferred to use either his long-range Ambin rifle or his trusty Blastech IB-94 blaster pistol. His payment for that mission to capture Grogu was a Camptono full of Beskar, an heirloom medal for the Mandalorian people that was made increasingly rare for the Great Purge of Mandalore. With that payment, the armorer was able to forge more armor, eventually completing a full matching set of Mandalorian steel. I wonder if he got rid of the Shore Trooper part. I think he's wearing it in the trailer, actually, or at least the handpiece. He's like, I like this one. Let's keep this. Over time, he also added a jetpack, whistling birds, heat-seeking explosive darts housed in Beskar gauntlets, as well as a Beskar spear. With Grogu in tow, Din began a long journey aboard their ship, the Razor Crest, to return the mysterious alien to his people, whatever that would entail. Determined to reunite the child with the mythical Jedi, Din journeyed across the galaxy in search of the Let me start that over. Din journeyed across the galaxy in search of the near-extinct space wizards with their laser swords. Mandalorian royal Bo-Katan Kryze sent the pair to her ally, former Jedi Ahsoka Tano, on Corvus. It was Tano who revealed the child's true name, Grogu, and pointed them on the path to the new Jedi Order. As Djarin couldn't speak with Grogu in a traditional way to learn more about the foundling under his care, most of Grogu's abilities come as a surprise during high-stakes moments when one or two or a nearby ally was in distress. Grogu was able to levitate a mud horn to save the Mandalorian's life and use the Force to heal Greef Karga's wounds after he was attacked by a flying predator. At 50 years old, Grogu still behaved very much like a child, demanding snacks and using the Force to speed up the process of a cookie finding its way to his belly. I mean, that's, a lot of people demand snacks. I mean, a mixture of curiosity and rebelliousness sometimes got Grogu in trouble in the cockpit of the Razor Crest, where the shiny buttons and levers were too enticing for him to leave untouched. Ultimately, Din reluctantly surrendered the child to Luke Skywalker, taking off his helmet to tearfully say goodbye to Grogu. This, however, was a grave sin for the Children of the Watch, and Din became an apostate in the eyes of his people. While Luke helped hone Grogu's Force abilities, it wasn't long before Grogu chose to return to the Mandalorian, the man he considered his father, and become Din Djarin's apprentice. Their attachment proved to be stronger than the Jedi tenets. During the Battle of Mos Espa, Grogu and Din Djarin reunited on Tatooine, where they assisted the new Daimyo of Tatooine, Boba Fett, in his fight against the Pike Syndicate. Remember, he was on a Rancor, riding a Rancor around. Proving his abilities had grown, Grogu tamed a mighty Rancor, and later, while helping Bo-Katan Kryze and her forces retake Mandalore, Grogu created a shield to protect Kryze and Djarin from Moff Gideon's Imperial Remnant forces as the Mandalorian worked to rejoin his people, and alongside Bo-Katan and the Darksaber reunite them under one banner once more. Yes. After adventures across the galaxy, Grogu and Din, a clan of two united by the Mudhorn crest, returned to Navarro, where Grief Karga gave them a plot of land to settle down on as thanks for their help against raiding pirates. After years on the run, their homestead on Navarro gives them a chance to breathe before their next mission, helping the fledgling New Republic protect the galaxy. So I felt like that was like pretty much the end of the show. You know, they were like retired. They were happy on their little farm, their little plot of land. I honestly didn't think we were going to get a season 4, but join their next mission, only in theaters, May 22nd, 2026, directed by John. Okay, we know that. So there we go, man. That's basically the story this far. If you don't want to watch the show over again, which I'll probably do that, but I don't know if I'll have time. But there it is. There's now we're all up to date and we can watch this thing, man. I can't wait. I'm excited. So, let me see. So, what do you think? Do you think the movie's going to be good? Are you going to see it? Let me know. Because I'm interested to see who else is going with me, man. But make sure you keep it here. Make sure you're like around and ready on Thursday, because I'm gonna let you know what I think of this movie. And here's, let's see. I'm not gonna talk about Mark Hamill. I doubt Mark Hamill is gonna be in this movie. I don't know. What do you think? Let's see. Baby Yoda. How old is Grogu? Yeah, he's 50. It was a little chainmail vest. Yes, chainmail made of Beskar armor, and now he's got like a little dish he wears around his neck, like a little piece of bling. So, let's see. Here's something to get you excited. A lot of Grogu doing press tours. So I am glad that they're at least trying this time to like promote the movie. I feel like before they were just like, let's just put it out there. People will come anyway. Who cares? But yeah. Oh, here's the last thing I wanted to do before I go. Show you some of this stuff. I'm gonna show out. It's not shilling. I'll show you some stuff that I got, man, because you know, a Star Wars movie only comes around once in a while. I got some cool stuff here from the Mandalorian and Grogu already, like a mini collection here. So here's the first thing. Let me show you here. Is that? Can you see that? Special edition there. I mean, I have the white one too, like the first printing. But there's This is a nice figure. It's comes with a lot of pieces, man. So I think they're at Target. But yeah, it comes with like a boot knife, like a short gladiator sword, that's gonna be a cool scene. His rifle, jetpack, and blaster. And then Grogu, of course. And it's a nicely sculpted and painted figure. It's pretty cool. Got that. There's the first piece. And then I had to get this one, man. I saw this at Walmart and I was like, dude, I gotta get this. So this is the Imperial Remnant Stormtrooper. Back to basics. Again, it's like back to basics, man. We're getting stormtroopers again in the story, new stormtroopers, and his armor's all dirty, which I never understood that. I mean, being a former soldier myself, like I wouldn't let my armor get dirty if I was still in the fight. Like, I understand that the Empire's over, but like, you got to keep your armor clean. I don't know if you could see that. I'm trying to show it on both screens here, but yeah. I thought that was pretty cool. And this reminds me for some reason of an official figure of that. I don't know if you remember that Star Wars fan video, like the cops. I have it somewhere here. I gotta show you. Do you remember this? It was based on that old show called Cops back in the day. Bad boys, what you gonna do? I have it somewhere. Oh man, if I could just, and it just kind of like, I don't know why, because he looks like he's got like almost like a police belt on there or something. Dude, I have it. I know I have it somewhere. we'll move on in a second here. I just want to, if you've never seen this and you're a Star Wars fan, you almost have to see this. What's oh, I'm not going to be able to find it in time. I'll show it on the next one though. Come to the next stream and I'll have it ready. We're going to be talking about the review. I'll be reviewing the movie on the next one, but I can't find it right now. Crap. Anyway, okay. But we got that. So we got the Imperial Remnant Stormtrooper. Look at this. Of course, I got the 3-inch Mando and Grogu there. I feel like a little kid showing him, look at my figure, guys. Look, I got a new figure. No, but check that out. There's that. That's a nice one. Super exclusive, guys. Deluxe. That's got almost as many pieces as a 6-inch. That's cool. And my wife found me this, by the way. This was awesome. Last week, my wife found this at Ross. It's like, go to Ross, dude. If you want to find some like gems, we got Ghost Qui-Gon Jinn. Freaking awesome. He's got his little robe there. It's see-through and his little hood up. He's like, Obi-Wan, what are you doing? I told you about this. You know what I mean? Obi-Wan was kind of screwing up there, so he had to come back. He's got a little, like, pink. He's a shiny figure. So that was cool, man. I have Ghost Obi-Wan, too. Let's see what else. Okay. Let me show you this one first. I got this at Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't even shop at Bed Bath & Beyond, but I went in with my wife because she likes Bed Bath & Beyond, of course. You know. But look at this. I bet you haven't seen this one yet. Look, that's Mandalorian and Grogu lunchbox. Can you see it there? No, I'm sorry, not Bed Bath & Beyond. Bath & Body Works. Sorry, I'm a boomer. Check that out, though. Look at that. It's pretty cool, man. It's like those classic lunchboxes. Now it doesn't have a thermos, which that's fine, but it's pretty cool. $20, you know. It was a good fight. It's cool, man. I'm gonna put it up and maybe put some stuff in it. I don't know, but I feel like that piece. Not a lot of people have that. But gearing up for Mandalorian Grogu, man. And then we got the last one. I got this on May the 4th, man. Look at that. Look at that, buddy. I did a short on that one. And my mom actually sent this to me because I told her, I was like, I can't find it anywhere, man. I'm looking for this figure. If you see it at Walmart, get it. But it was an exclusive Pew Pew Stormtrooper with the t-shirt and the target there of who's that, Han Solo. So I thought that was cool. And it's only available now on eBay. Just like everything else cool that's Star Wars, you know, scalpers buy them all. Just like tickets for Star Wars Celebration 2027, the scalpers bought them all, and they it's, you know, but you could probably get one for like, I don't know, $100 on eBay. But that's awesome though. Check that out, man. I would like to get the other two, but I just don't want to pay. I don't want to pay the scalpers, you know. There's a Scout Trooper and there's what else is there? A battle droid, B1 battle droid. So anyway, those are my toys, guys. Thought I'd show off my my collectibles. I'm a Star Wars collector. I have a huge collection, so I'll have to show it. I actually did show it off in a video, like a long time ago in a video, but we got more stuff to show. But anyway, yeah, so let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the movie. Bring it right back here Thursday. Let's see, Thursday, what time? Maybe I'll schedule. I don't know what time. I think I'm going like the first one in the afternoon, so it'll be like 2:00. But I'm going to be there. And I guess it's just going to be me and SQR3, man. I don't know. It's just going to be us two. So I'll try to snag a popcorn bucket since I'm going like the first showing. It's like the matinee showing. But I will let you know how I make out. And come on back here. Probably right after the movie. It'll be probably around 5 or 6 or something East Coast time. Come on back and we will talk about the movie. I'm excited. I'm going into this ready to see something good. And I'll try to give an unbiased, review of it. Even though I just showed all the stuff I bought. I'm going to be really disappointed if it's bad, but I'll let you know either way, though, for sure. I'll let you know. So thanks for joining me today and for hanging out with me, talking some Star Wars. And yeah, I will see you Thursday. So, may the Force be with you.
Wow.